Alright, well, you know what? It's time to do this thing. Let's go. Wait. Five got a new outfit this season, so you know what? It's off with the uniform, but we're gonna keep the tank top on because one, Eros, and two, it's hot as hell in my room, so let's continue. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be discussing my thoughts on everything to do with Umbrella Academy Season 3, which I binged the living shit out of and just fell in love with. Like, I'm a diehard fan of this show. I literally have 2 tattoos for the Umbrella Academy on my arm. Like, that's how much of a diehard fan I am of this show and of the comics and just everything Umbrella Academy. So yeah, I was excited, and Season 3 did not disappoint at all. Not only that, but through our mutual liking of the Umbrella Academy, I met 2 of my closest friends, 2 of my sisters actually, Sid and Kat. So I've been blessed with these 2 amazing individuals through mutual liking of this amazing show, and things couldn't get any better, honestly. I'm very grateful. But I will say though that I heard a rumor in editing that Paige is going to put a spoiler warning right here. Oh look, there it is! Oh my god. I try to be funny and I turn into a corny idiot. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, spoiler warning, as you can see right here and right now, if you haven't seen Season 3 of the Umbrella Academy, I do advise that you click off this video, go watch Season 3, and then come back. But yeah, spoilers will be in this video for Season 3. If you don't want to get spoiled, click off now. So at the end of Season 2, we see the Umbrellas use the time-traveling briefcase to return to the present timeline. Or so we thought. Not only is their dad, Reginald Hargreaves, still alive, but the Umbrella Academy is no longer the Umbrella Academy. It's the Sparrow Academy. And with the Sparrow Academy comes a whole new roster of superpowered children who were adopted by Reginald to create the Sparrow Academy. One of them is Ben, like an alternate universe Ben. He's number 2, he's not number 6 anymore, and this Ben is a dick. Like, Justin did an amazing job portraying Ben. I miss Umbrella Ben so much. Like, I enjoyed this season because it was cool to see Justin play a different version of Ben, but Umbrella Ben will always be my number 1 Ben. Like, no contest. Like, always will be my number 1 Ben. Absolutely. So for the Umbrella Academy roster, we would normally have Luther, Diego, Allison, Klaus, Five, Ben, and Victor. Which, by the way, Season 3 did an amazing job integrating Elliot Page's transition. Like, going from Vanya to Victor, and just seeing all the characters interact with Victor as he comes into his own and finally realizes who he truly is. Like, I loved every single reaction. It was just so seamlessly integrated into the season, and I loved it so much. Like, my heart every single time that, like, you see Diego or Luther or Allison or Five, like, everybody, the reactions were just so, like, oh my god, it was so cute. And so accepting and warm and loving, and I love it. I love it so much. So that's the normal Umbrella Academy roster. For the Sparrows, we have Marcus, Ben, Faye, Alfonso, Jamie, Sloane, and Christopher. Christopher being Cube. The Footloose dance sequence. Okay, I wasn't expecting it, but I didn't know how much I needed it until I watched the first episode. Like, I've rewatched this season probably 3 times by now, maybe 4, I don't know. Maybe 4, maybe. But the dance sequence, I wasn't expecting it, but god damn, like, I love it. Like, it was the Umbrellas and the Sparrows. Like, you think they're gonna just have an all-out brawl and everyone's just gonna, like, wreck each other and it's gonna be nuts. But this dance sequence just, like, comes out of nowhere and I love it. Like, oh my god, I love it so much. So for the Sparrows, honestly, I feel Marcus, Alfonso, and Jamie got the short end of the stick because Marcus got freaking, like, absorbed or swallowed by the Kugel Blitz, and Alfonso and Jamie got just wrecked by Harlan. Which, I mean, come on, like, if Harlan didn't show up in this season, I would be questioning a lot of things, because in the end of season 2, we see that Harlan still got some of Victor's leftover power that Victor didn't take back from Harlan. And if he didn't show up in this season, I would have been like, well, what the hell? Like, you're teasing a decent, like, story arc for a character. Like, we want to know what happens to Harlan. So I'm happy that they brought him back. The way they brought him back, kinda, but I'm just glad that he came back in this season. So Harlan actually kind of causes the apocalyptic sort of situation in this season. In season 1 and season 2, Five's trying to save the world from an apocalypse. Both of them were caused by Victor. But in season 3, however, Harlan actually ends up killing, by accident, the Umbrella's biological mothers. This in turn creates a grandfather paradox, and then turns into the Kugelblitz. And the Kugelblitz is just gonna annihilate the timeline. It's gonna annihilate the world. Like, the world's just done. And Harlan didn't mean to do it, but it happened, and Victor keeps it a secret from everyone, because Harlan only tells Victor, and Victor doesn't really know how to tell the others, because honestly, I wouldn't know how to either. Like, how the hell would you go about telling your siblings that? Especially given the fact that Allison, oh my god, okay. Give me a second here. Emmy did an amazing job portraying Allison this season. I will give her that. She did a phenomenal job. Allison as a character, and the things that she did, a lot of them I don't agree with. I get that she was hurting. She lost both her daughter and her husband. She lost Claire and Ray when they came back to the original, supposed original timeline, and then found out that it was a different timeline. So I can't even imagine how much she's hurting. Losing your daughter and your husband, like, I can't even imagine. That in itself is the catalyst for the change in her demeanor throughout season 3. However, like I said before, a lot of the things that she did, I don't agree with. For example, Luther. Luther found a love interest in Sloane this season. She's a sparrow, he's an umbrella. It's like the classic Romeo and Juliet forbidden love situation with the dueling families. And at first I was like, this is gonna really suck and it's not gonna end well. But at the end of the day, they got together and they ended up getting married before the end of the world. And like, it was so cute. They're so cute together. Like, I love them together as a pairing. I just feel Luther needed that love in his life, and he found it in Sloane. And I love the two of them together. Their characters, they're an adorable couple. They're an adorable husband and wife duo. I love it, personally. Now, back in season 1, Allison and Luther had a little love connection sort of going on. Particularly, like I said, in season 1, because you see like more flashbacks of when they were children and things like that. However, nothing was ever acted on. But they did have some sort of romantic attraction towards one another. To what level, I don't know, but it was some sort of romantic attraction. Never acted on, but it was there. And then Allison married Ray in season 2, and Luther married Sloane in season 3, so they found their own respective love interests. However, Allison lost Ray, whereas Luther still has Sloane in this season. And that pissed Allison off. And she basically was like, hey, or I feel at least, she was basically like, hey, Luther's happy with his loved one, with his romantic partner, and I don't have that anymore. Why doesn't he want me? Why doesn't he want me anymore? And this basically led into Allison using her power, which I did not like this scene. I was not a fan of this scene. Allison used her power to pretty much force herself on Luther. Or rather, to get him to force himself on her. And you can see in his face that he's fighting this. Like, he wants to break that control. He doesn't want to do this. He wants to go be with Sloane. And Allison eventually ends it before things get, like, too hot and heavy and they go too far. But, dude, I'm so incredibly sorry that you lost your husband, but for you to screw with your brother like that just because he found romantic happiness, not cool. With Victor and Allison, things looked like they were getting better. Victor was coming into his own and Allison was supportive of that. And then things start getting crazy when she finds out about Harlan murdering the Umbrella's biological moms, and she finds out that Victor knew the entire time. And to piss Victor off, she kills Harlan. So originally the Umbrellas were asked to bring Harlan to the Sparrows. Ben was like, yeah, we need Harlan. He killed Alfonso and Jamie in the lobby of Hotel Obsidian, which is true. Hotel Obsidian is where the Umbrellas are staying throughout the duration of season 3 because they no longer have the academy because it's not their home anymore. So yeah, Ben was like, no, we need this dude. He killed our siblings. We need this dude. And Allison decides to kill Harlan. Just kill him. He could have been brought to the Sparrows alive, but Allison killed him. You could have just brought Harlan to the Sparrows alive, but nah, you just had to kill Harlan, didn't you, Allison? You just had to kill him. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Harlan was already scared that he was going to hurt people with his powers. Like, it's easy to tell by the way he acts in season 3. He's all grown up. He's an old man now. Like, it's easy to tell that he's, like, scared he's gonna hurt people. And it was a complete and utter accident. A very shitty accident, but an accident nonetheless. So for her to kill him and bring him to the Sparrows dead in the trunk of a car, I don't agree with that. Then Allison proceeds to belittle the hell out of Victor and blame him for everything, blame him for causing the end of the world, the apocalypse, twice, and just for ruining everything and ruining her life. Okay, so while I get why Allison's pissed, because yes, Victor did cause the apocalypse twice. And the season 1 caused the apocalypse because his powers went nuts. Season 2 caused the apocalypse because he blew up a building with his powers during JFK's assassination, and this was blamed on the Soviets, causing World War III, end of the world. I get it. I get it. And yes, Victor royally screwed up, and that sucks. But, I'd like to debate something here. Victor never was fully trained on how to use his powers properly because Reginald was scared. Reginald was scared by how powerful he was. And because of that, he didn't get nearly the same amount of training that the other Umbrellas did. So I feel for Victor because Victor, yes, Victor's made some stupid decisions in his life. Like, you shouldn't have lied about Harlan. Harlan shouldn't have been killed, but we've already gone over that. You shouldn't have lied about Harlan and him accidentally murdering your biological mothers. Like, that, I will totally say that's not a cool thing. But I will say that Victor shouldn't have been beat on so harshly by Allison, because Allison goes on to talk about how they should have kept Victor locked in the basement. And that, for me, I didn't like that. I thought that was a move. And just no. Like, no. And last but not least, Allison made a deal with Reginald behind her siblings' backs, which inadvertently caused the deaths of both Luther and Klaus. Klaus did come back to life in the next episode, the final episode of season 3, and Luther came back to life at the end of that same episode. But I digress. Allison, what the hell?
No!
You could have just, like, talked with your siblings, man. Like, your siblings are still your family too. And Sloane is now part of your family too because she's Luther's wife. So the Sparrows are now your family. So the group of you could have figured something out instead of you going behind their backs and making a frickin' deal with Reginald. Like, ay vey, oh my god. So yeah, at the end of the day, I love Allison's portrayal. Emmy did, as I said before, an amazing job, but Allison's actions as a character, a lot of them I didn't agree with. Eventually she actually loses part of her power, and what I mean by this is instead of her saying I heard a rumor before every sentence to like use her power, her eyes just start glowing and she can just freaking use her power like whenever she sees fit. That's after she had a run-in with Harlan. Harlan was using his power, him and Victor, and Allison walked into the middle of it, and basically because of that interaction she doesn't have to say "I heard a rumor" anymore. Like, it erases that part of her power. So if she wants something bad enough, she can just use her power straight on at this point, which makes it that much more like scary and powerful, in my personal opinion. Now on to 5, my favorite character, 5. He's not wearing the uniform anymore. No more shorts. He's wearing a suit now. Like, it turned out so well. Like, it was nice to see Aiden in something other than the uniform, and I bet you anything 5 was probably happy about that. Also, during his little like road trip with Klaus in the 1st or 2nd episode of season 3, he's wearing like this other outfit right here with like shades and stuff. So it was nice to see 5 have a little bit of a switch up in his wardrobe. So he wasn't wearing the uniform the entire time, because after 2 seasons of wearing the uniform, I personally, if I were 5, I'd want to try some new clothes on too. Also, 5 and Lila working together was incredibly comedic and very well done, very well executed. The interactions between the two of them, because they freaking hate each other, right? But they're willing to put aside their differences to work together, which was hilarious. The one fight sequence that 5 and Lila had in season 3 was very well executed, and I enjoyed watching it. It was very well done. But yeah, the two of them together, I love it so much. And then finding out that 5 is actually the founder of the commission, that came out of freaking left field. Like, I never expected that to happen. Yeah, that I wasn't expecting. And then he had a conversation with his older self, and he was like pissed. He's like, my hormones are raging and I just want to go out and buy a car, and like he's done. Like, he needs to 5 needs a vacation, man. Like, we all need to just like we all need to petition for 5 to have a vacation, because God knows he needs it. Seeing Diego and Lila get back together, it was just so incredibly cute. Honestly, since the beginning of their interactions in season 2, I always wanted them to end up together. Like, even when she, you know, was working for the commission and he's part of the Umbrella Academy. So it's another like Romeo and Juliet-esque sort of love situation there. I still wanted them to get together because they work so well together. They're very cute. And seeing them in season 3, I loved it so much. I know that I've been saying that about a lot of aspects of season 3, that I love it a lot, but honestly, like, season 3, like, raised the bar. Because, like, season 1 was amazing, and then season 2 upped that bar, and then season 3, like, they keep upping the bar, man. Like, goddamn. Like, props to you. Because this show, I can't. And the funniest part about this entire situation with Diego and Lila is Stan. Now, Stan is a child who is with Lila. And Lila tells Diego that Stan is Diego's son. So Diego takes on like the fatherly role, and we see Diego like turn into this fatherly figure to Stan. And I was like, oh my god, like, Diego has a son. This is so freaking, like, the interactions between the two of them, they were great. But then we eventually find out that Lila was lying the entire time, and that Stan is not Diego's son, but the son of one of her friends that she met on one of her travels using the briefcase. So yeah, not Diego's son, but it was really cute to see David portray Diego in that like more fatherly role. We do find out that Lila is pregnant, and you know, Diego has a family to fight for, you know, and I just, it's so freaking cute. Like, oh, I can't. Oh my god. It's so bloody cute. I can't. So near the end of season 3, we get to see, obviously, you know, Sloane and Luther's wedding, and also Hotel Obsidian then flips into Hotel Oblivion. So how this happens is there's this room in Hotel Obsidian called the White Buffalo Room, and there's this door, and you go through this door, and it basically pops you out into this like alternate reality version of the hotel that you know, has been, like I said, the Umbrella's base home for the most of season 3. And there's these creepy ass like soldier dudes who are hell-bent on murder if you ring the bell at reception. Like, it literally says, well, in Japanese, but it says, don't ring the bell. still people ring the bell anyways. And yeah, these guys are freaky. Like that. Like, honestly, way to get my fear of holes just like, because there's like this one scene where like one of the guy's masks comes off and he's got a bunch of holes in his face, and I just, my God, it was gross. And there were cockroaches in his face. It's friggin' gross, dude. It's hella gross. And these guys aren't afraid to hack body parts off. Like, Diego gets 2 of his fingers cut off and Five's arm gets cut off. So body parts are flying here, there, and everywhere, dude. Like, holy. So we're in Hotel Oblivion right now, the alternate reality version of the hotel. And Reginald is basically wanting to reset the universe, reset the timeline. So he gets the umbrellas to stand on 7 different stars that are on the floor in the lobby of the Hotel Oblivion. This in turn stops the creepy soldier dudes from killing them, because it gets rid of those creepy soldier dudes. But it starts to drain the umbrellas and the sparrows of their life force, or so it looks like. Everyone but Allison, because Reginald's like, nope, you stay away, you're good. These guys are all gonna stand on it, and they end up, like, their particles are getting drained from their bodies. Like, it's actually, it's very harrowing to watch. Like, they're turning gray, their facial features are getting sunken in, like, it's harrowing. And Allison at this point has a change of heart, and she's like, no, you're killing them, like, this needs to stop, like, what, like, basically, like, what are you doing? And so she uses her power, or tries to use her power, and it doesn't do anything to Reginald. He just, like, keeps pushing all these freaking buttons and stuff. He's not stopping. So she picks up a blade and just chops him in the side of the head, and he goes down. And she goes up to the machine, and there's a button. And everyone else is like, Allison, don't press the button, we'll figure it out, like, don't push the button, don't push the button. And she pushes it. And everything goes black. The universe resets. Allison goes back home and finds that not only is Claire back, but Ray is there too. So they're all in the same timeline now. Ray is her husband in this timeline, Claire is her daughter. They're all together in this timeline. So Allison got everything that she wanted, which is good for her, but what about everybody else? The umbrellas come out of this door in this park. And basically where this park is where the hotel must have once been. Because there's like a plaque and it says, you know, this was generously donated by Reginald Hargreaves or something. So it's where the hotel used to be. They come out of a door. And Luther comes out alive, which is awesome. But here's the thing though. They're all stripped of their powers. None of them have their powers anymore. Like, Five tries to do his, like, blink, and nothing happens. Klaus tries to see ghosts, nothing happens. Diego twirls a knife and he fumbles it. Their powers are gone. I'm pretty sure Allison's powers are gone at this point, too, because she's, like, you know, in her perfect life with her husband and daughter, so she's got everything she wanted. But the really sad part is that while Luther is back and alive, Sloane's not there. And we are left with the Sparrow Ben. Umbrella Ben is no longer. We're stuck with the Sparrow Ben, who's angsty and angry and just mad at life. So yeah, everybody ends up scattering. They just kind of go off and do their own thing. And then we see up in this big tower, because everything in the city, as it's like zooming out, it's all like Hargreaves Enterprises or something like that, but it's all owned by Hargreaves. And we end up seeing Reginald standing in this tower, like looking down on the city, and somebody comes up next to him, and it's actually his wife. Like, he got his wife back. So he got back what he wanted too, because the universe was reset when Allison pushed the button. And that's how season 3 is left. Like, I have no words. Well, no more words, because this video is going to be pretty friggin' long. Oh wait, sorry, I lied. There is a post-credit scene, and it's Ben riding the train in Seoul, Korea. And he's reading a book, and we don't know where he's going, we don't know what's happening, but it's just like this like post-credit scene of Ben on the train reading a book. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I don't know if he's going to somewhere, I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. Yeah, it's just a post-credit scene that I don't really know what to make of. But anyways, you guys, season 3 was just wow. Like, so incredibly wow. As I said before, they just continue to set the bar higher and higher and higher, and I hope we get a season 4. Because the cliffhangers that season 3 leave us on, I need answers. But yeah, that was my rant slash review slash discussion, I guess you could call it, for Umbrella Academy Season 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the season. Did you like it? What were your favorite moments? Who's your favorite character? Let me know down in the comment section below. Give this video a massive thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos from me. Also click that little bell icon down below, wherever the hell it is down there, if you want to see more videos from me, just so you get notifications. But yeah, keep being awesome, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.